Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in another video today. And today, the Philadelphia 76ers are signing Caleb Martin, former Miami Heat small forward, to a 4-year, $32 million deal. Very interesting. Caleb Martin had a chance to re-sign with the Miami Heat, but he chose Philadelphia over Miami. He had a 5-year, $52 million offer from the Miami Heat, but he turned that down to go and play with the Philadelphia 76ers for $32 million. So he turned down an extra $20 million from Miami, which that was over 5 years. So it would have been around 10 something a year for Caleb Martin on the Miami Heat contract. But it's only $8 million a year with Philadelphia. So it's not that far off in a year with the years of the contract. It's not that far. I mean, like with the money he'd be getting a year, it's like 8 compared to 10, but which is a lot of money. But at the same time, he did turn down an extra $20 million and an extra year of getting money to go to Philadelphia, which shows, like, when you got a team of Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid, you're gonna have players who are going to be turning down extra money just so they can go and play with guys like Joel and Tyrese Maxey and Paul George. And I think you see it probably. You've probably seen it this offseason. I mean, Andre Drummond was a guy who took $5 million a year on a 2-year contract to go to Philadelphia. He's one of the best backup centers in basketball. I'm sure there were other teams that were willing to give him more money than $5 million a year, or a guy like Eric Gordon, who I think took the vet minimum with Philadelphia. Eric Gordon averaged like 11 points per game. I think he could have got more money elsewhere as well. So, Caleb Martin's a great addition. Another prime example. Kelly Oubre Jr. signed like a 4-year, $18 million deal with Philadelphia. This is someone who just averaged 15 and 5. So, Philadelphia a lot of players are signing for cheaper money to join Philadelphia, and Caleb Martin's just another example. But, they need a guy like Caleb Martin. They need a power forward, in my opinion. Obviously, Caleb Martin's never played power forward in his career. He's always played small forward. But I think it is an option that they could move Caleb Martin to the power forward position, and we'll see what happens. But I just couldn't see them moving Kelly Oubre Jr. or Paul George to the power forward. Certainly, I don't see them moving Paul George to the power forward position. I guess Kelly Oubre Jr. you could potentially move into the power forward position. You could. He is taller than Caleb Martin, but neither one of them, Kelly Oubre Jr. or Caleb Martin, have played the power forward position in their careers. Kelly Oubre has been in the NBA since 2015, has always played small forward. Caleb Martin has been in the NBA since 2019, has always played small forward. The reason I'm bringing up the power forward position right now is because Philadelphia really doesn't have a starting power forward. You have Joel at the center position, you have Maxey at shooting guard, at point guard. Paul George is either going to be the shooting guard or small forward, and then you got Oubre Jr. and you have Caleb Martin. So one of those guys is going to be the starting power forward. One of those guys is going to be the starting small forward. I think most likely Martin will be the starting small forward, and then Kelly Oubre Jr. will probably start at the 4. So I think you're looking at their starting lineup, unless they don't make any huge changes, like huge additions that would overlap any of these players in the starting lineup. Right now, you're looking at a team of starting lineup: Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, Caleb Martin, Kelly Oubre Jr., and Joel Embiid. Off the bench, you have Eric Gordon and Andre Drummond, who Eric Gordon is a great scorer off the bench, who averaged 11 points per game on the Phoenix Suns team last year, who had, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. So averaging 11 on that team is not bad at all. And then Andre Drummond, who's one of the best backup centers in basketball. He almost averaged a double-double last year as the backup center. And then you have other pieces off the bench like Jared McCain, who's their first-round pick. There's not really a lot of other pieces off the bench outside of Andre Drummond, Eric Gordon, and also Jared McCain. There's not a lot of other pieces off the bench. So I think this Philadelphia 76ers team is probably not done making moves. I think they'll still make other additions this offseason. So if you thought Caleb Martin was the last of it, you're wrong, because there are going to be more additions for this Philadelphia 76ers team this offseason. Martin played 64 games with 23 starts last season, averaging 27 minutes per game, shooting 43% from the floor, 35% from 3, averaging 10 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game, 2.2 assists per game. In the 22-23 2023 season. He played 71 games with 49 starts, 29 minutes per game, 10 points per game, 5 rebounds per game. He was absolutely outstanding in the playoff run for Miami. With Miami in the playoff run where they made it to the NBA Finals, he played 23 games with 4 starts and absolutely was spectacular. 30 minutes per game, 53% from the floor, 42.3% from 3, and 5 attempts per game, 13 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game. And he was just as good as Jimmy Butler was in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics. And a lot of people thought he should have won Eastern Conference Finals MVP over Jimmy Butler. Let me know your thoughts on the Philadelphia 76ers signing Caleb Martin in the comment section, and peace out.